What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Copart in Oklahoma City for another walk around. Let's jump into this video today and see what we find. So we're going to start this video out with one that I think is a little interesting. May not look interesting, but there is something interesting about it. This is a 2019 Nissan Rogue. See? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm working real hard to include a lot of the vehicles that I normally don't include because you have asked for them. All right, so here's what makes this interesting. It's a 2019 Rogue. This is a relatively new vehicle. What's it doing here? That's the first question. The second thing that I find interesting is that it says inoperable, no key, which means that's going to make this a really short segment of the video. But then I look up here and I see this worn out looking sticker. And I look down at the date, and I don't know if you can read it, but it's been sitting here since like September of 2022. This has been here for a year. So I find it really interesting that I don't see any damage, which really makes me wonder, what is this thing even doing here? This is not wrecked. I don't see any hail damage. It's got good tires. It's relatively new, but yet it has no keys, but it's also been sitting here for a year. Very interesting. So I have to look at it. So let's jump into the interior, see what it looks like. The first thing I notice is they tinted the windshield, which I get a lot of people do that. The thing is, it's illegal. And I've had a lot of people tell me it's not illegal. I've had people say, I've driven in California for 5 years with a tinted windshield, never had a problem. Well, that's great. I'm happy for you that you've been able to do that. But I'm telling you, in most places, it is illegal to tint your windshield. And Oklahoma is one of them. And even though they may not stop you, they absolutely can stop you. Now, it's got the books. There's food all over the back, so that's nice. That's like saying... and then I'll drop it, I promise. That's like saying, hey, I've been shoplifting at Walmart for 2 years and I've never been caught, therefore it's okay. No, it's not. You're just, I guess you're lucky that nobody's caught you, you know, but at the end of the day, it's still not legal. Now, with that said, to each their own. It's not my business if you tint your windshield or not. I could care less, or should I say I couldn't care less. Whether you tint your windshield or not. And I'll be the first to admit, especially in hot climates like Oklahoma, a tinted windshield seems like a really great idea. The problem is I've had a car with a tinted windshield before. The problem I ran into is at nighttime. At nighttime, it makes it really difficult for me to see. And that, to me, is a safety hazard. So, you know, to each their own, though. Now, it says it's got no key, but I've got a key right here. So let's plug it in and, oh yeah. I mean, it's been sitting for a year. I have no doubt that it's not going to start. Oh, what was that? We got a patch that was sitting right up here. We'll go ahead and put that back where it came from. Let's pop the hood. Oh, it's got a receipt from Dillon's. This was, let's see, where was this at? This is not in Oklahoma. This, it doesn't say. It just says Dillon's. Let's see if we've got a date on this. 7/6 of 22. Huh. Interesting. It's 9405 East Harry. And that's all it says. Dillon's on East Harry. Let's pop the hood and see if it's got an engine, a battery. I'm assuming everything is probably under here, but I just can't figure out why this thing would be sitting here for... Well, hello. Are you happy to see me? That thing just shot right out at me, didn't it? There we go. All right, let's check the oil. It's full. It's got oil, and it's full. That's a good sign. Now, if only I can get this dipstick back in the hole. It's got coolant. I can clearly see that. It's got brake fluid. It's got an aftermarket alarm installed. And yeah, it's got an engine, it's got a battery. I think we could put a jumper on it. It might just run. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I see a big siren speaker right there, and it's right in my face, but there's another one right here on the other side. It's like these things are just waiting for me to make the mistake of attaching this, and then it's gonna blow my eardrums. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. It's got power. and the alarm didn't go off, because that would hurt. That would absolutely hurt if that thing went off. It's only got 30,000 miles. Really? The thing is 5 years old and it's only got 30,000. And it runs. No kidding. Wow. Okay. I say it's 5 years old because, well, it's September, so technically the new model years have come out now. So in my opinion, it's 5 years old, but I guess it could be 45 years old. You take your pick, but either way, most cars this age would have around 50, maybe 60,000 miles on them. So this thing's got insane low miles, which means everything's gonna work. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. And air conditioning. I heard it kick on. I mean, everything's gonna work. Everything is gonna work on this, no doubt. Let's close the door. Brakes feel good. Steering feels good. Average speed is 0. That's, yeah. Sport mode, economy mode. And then you got that same button right there for, I don't know what that is. Lane departure? Anyway. Does it have gears? Forward? Yes. And backward. No kidding. Air conditioning is ice cold. I'm sure the radio, yep, radio works. Sirius XM. I'm not gonna lie, I like this. I do. I like this. I don't know what's all over the door. I should probably have noticed that before and not touched it, but, well, let's just hope that's just dirt. Sure. It's dirt. It's just dirt. It's not any type of bodily fluids. Oh man, year-old donuts. Oh darn, they're empty. I was so gonna eat some. Yeah, this is pretty nasty back here. It'll clean up though. It'll clean up. This will probably bring pretty good money. It looks like someone had a temp tag still attached to it. This will bring pretty decent money, guys. It's a low mileage, relatively new Nissan. This will do well. What do you guys think? I'm telling you right now, if it goes cheap, I'm all over this. And I'm not really a Nissan guy, you know, like I'm not a big fan of Nissan, but I'd absolutely buy this and drive it. I like it. Comment below and tell me what you think. Next, how about the thumbnail? A 2017 Volvo XC90. I think it said this was a T6. I love this bright silver. Unfortunately, we don't get the full effect of this gorgeous silver because there's no sun out today. It's just cloudy. And I'm not complaining. Believe me, I'm enjoying the 76-degree weather at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm totally in love with it. Now, this one, you don't really have to guess why it's here. I think just walking around it, you can pretty clearly see the damage to this one. This is absolutely destroyed with hail. And it's also missing one of the wheels on the front. Hopefully that wheel is in the back. Let's see if we can pop this real quick. Probably electronic, probably dead as a doornail. Wait. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't come with the wheel, does it? Well, that would be a shame. Boy, how much? Oh, the wheel's underneath? No, it sure isn't. And it's not back there. I guess we'll check the other seats. It's got power though. That's nice. Nope, they did not include the wheel that's missing. So that's an added expense. These doors weigh about 1,000 pounds. They should have some type of assist to open them. Looks like you've got nice ventilated seats, heavily bolstered. Oh, yeah, I like this. I do. We got a button here that says engine, stop, start. That's weird. I don't like that. That's what is this? Nah, I don't care for that. Here's your key, which is also kind of strange because they put the buttons on the side, you know, lock, unlock, trunk, and then on the other side you have your probably emergency horn sound thing. Where I prefer the buttons to be where you can actually, like this, instead of, yeah, whatever. I'm just not a Volvo fan. I'm just not. Never have been, never will be. We've got the heat on max. Let's turn that down. The fan is on max. We don't need that on max either. No, let's turn this down to, come on now. I turned the fan down. Why is it still high? Volvo things. Parking brake temporarily unavailable. ABS, brake, traction control, red triangle, seat belt. I like the gauges though. I don't care for this, I guess. What is under here, an ashtray? Something like that. Looks like there's a glove box here, but there's no button. So there's probably, there it is. There it is. Look, you got a couple of masks. You've got some rib crib peppermints. All right, I mean, it's all right, sure. This just isn't, no, this is not me. This is not me at all. Miles are 106,550. And by the way, the air conditioning does not work. Does it go forward? Yep. Backward? Yep. Important window? A little slow, but it works. Less important window also works. Let's pop the hood. Let's see what it's working with. God, those doors weigh a ton. I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. These doors are really, really heavy. Yes, I opened the hood. I'm aware. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's just see what it's working with. Is it one of those weird inline 5 cylinders that Volvo uses, or have they changed from that? Uh-oh. There we go. Well, the answer is I don't know. I have no idea what engine that is. It's covered in giant plastic, so I can't see anything at all. The good news is, though, it started on its own. It didn't need a jump start. Fired right up. Looks like it's been sitting a while. This hood is massive, too. Huge hood. Yeah, this is pretty rough, guys. This is really rough. You know, I mean, a lot of it's replaceable. It's going to cost you some money. But the hood, you can replace that. That's not a big deal. A fender, you can replace it. Door. However, up here, yeah, probably not so easy to replace. And then you get down here to the quarter. Again, not easy to replace. Same thing with the roof. I can definitely understand why this one's here. This is very heavily damaged. It's a little bit older. It's got high miles. So, yeah. Oh, there's the air conditioning. It finally came on. It's a little slow. It's a little slow in its old age, but yeah, it came to life. It's got cold air now. And again, that is really weird. I just don't like it. Now, again, I'm trying to keep these videos as diverse as possible, so I hope you're enjoying the mix of content that I generally would not be filming. How about another Toyota? We haven't even done a Toyota in this video. It's all been Nissan. So how about a Toyota? This is an older one, a 2014 Avalon XLE. And if I'm not mistaken, and I could be because this is not my wheelhouse, I think the XLE is like, it's fully loaded. You know, aside from maybe a Solara, I think the Avalon XLE is about as good as it gets. It's got super dark tinted windows. It looks like it has good tires. The body looks good with the exception of the bumper, which is not a big deal. It's just a, well, what's wrong with the bumper? Did it just come off? Is that it? Maybe well, the tabs still look good. Yeah, I think it just popped off. I bet we could, don't tell Copart. In fact, look, magically the bumper is going to fix itself. That was amazing. I just happened to turn off the camera and the bumper fixed itself. It's wild. Okay, so look at it. It looks a lot better now. There you go. See? Let's take a look at the interior. Oh, ooh, Yeah, wow. Yeah, this is this a little nasty. What is this? Dutch Berry Fusion Burst slow burning cigar. The seat doesn't look too bad. That, however, looks real bad. It smells like weed, man. Good Lord, they're trying. Like, they got air fresheners and nah, you can't hide that. You can't hide that. That smells like that's skunk. I imagine. I don't know. It smells like a skunk is all I'm saying. I have no knowledge, never have, never will. I'm just saying, ooh, boy. Wow. Yeah, this is wild. Look, you even have a stem back here in the I'm just going to tell you, be very careful when you buy some of these cars. You got to be very careful, because you might think, hey, I'm just going to roll up out of here and drive off. Well, don't get pulled over. You need to clean these cars out very, very thoroughly, because there's no telling what is still in these things. What is this? A diamond. It's a watermelon bomb, 5%. 5% of what is what? That's what I need to know. 5% of what? Could this be a repossession? I suppose it could. I really don't know. There's literally tobacco everywhere in this thing. I mean, everywhere. Look at the floor. All of this brown, that's all cigar tobacco. Every bit of it. The question is, though, and there's ashes everywhere down here. Somebody's hair is burnt to the floor right there. That's nice. Another cigar thing is down there. My question is, because I don't know anything about any of this stuff, my question is why would you buy cigars and then cut them open, remove half of the tobacco, and then what would you fill the other half with? I'm an ignorant person. I just don't know why you would do something like that. Just saying. Now, it's a Toyota. It'll run forever, man. It will. This one's been... This poor car, it just looks so bad. It's in rough shape. Definitely salvageable, though. Absolutely salvageable. It's just really dirty. It smells really bad. Oh, boy. What is this? We got a lighter that weighs about 3 pounds. We've got another one of these, Cherry Cola, 5%. We got one of these, an Elf Bar, Cranberry Grape. What is this? Oh, Indica, Hybrid, Sativa. Gee, what is this? I don't know anything about any of this stuff, guys. Squeeze sides below cap. Yep. And what is this? What are the chances this is not really Old Spice, but actually it's Old Spice? Never mind. Ugh. Gross. Glove box. An empty water bottle. That's good. And some lean. I mean, some purple tea. Yep. And infused cinnamon toast. Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, guys, you gotta be careful with some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, does it go forward? Yes, it does. Backward? Yes, it does. Brakes feel good. It is so filthy. The steering feels fine. Important window works. It's only got 78,000 miles on it, guys. 78,000 miles. It's a shame that it's been mistreated like this. I mean, a lot of this stuff is easily replaceable like this. That's no big deal. You can get that from a salvage yard or eBay. Same thing, door panels, no problem. You get those off of eBay too. And then a thorough cleaning. It's gonna need a really, really thorough cleaning. The PPF is completely, yeah, you're gonna have to get that off the hood because that looks really bad. I popped the hood. Let's see if we can get it open. Yep, you get the big V6. It runs perfect. Honestly, even though this car is a little rough around the edges, guys, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This is one that if you took the time and a little bit of money to really put things back together, really clean it up, buff it, polish it and everything, clean up the leather, replace maybe a door panel or two and the center console lid, this is a great car. It's a great car. I don't know what happened to the paint here, or that's, never mind. I don't know what that is. It's some white substance on the outside. I'll just not touch it. But you do some cleaning and just a little bit of recon work on this. This would be a great car. And as long as it's not salvage, well, hell, even if it is salvage, it's Toyota, man. It's Toyota. What's in that bottle? We'll never know. All right, guys. What do you think of the Toyota Avalon XLE? Drop your comments below and let me know. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't done any Fords in a minute, so we're gonna move on to a Ford Edge Titanium. I think titanium, is that as good as it gets? Or is it platinum? Ford changes things so often. I can't keep up with them, man. I have no idea what the best of the best is. But this is a 2018 Ford Edge Titanium. And I don't know, but titanium to me sounds, well, it does not sound better than platinum, does it? There's something about platinum that just sound, maybe it's all the years of watching Star Trek. Platinum just sounds, yeah, so top end. But this is a titanium, and I'm willing to bet that titanium is probably top of the line. It's got really rusted rotors, which tells me it probably hasn't been moved or driven in a long time. Do you see the damage? It's hail. Of course, there's going to be a lot of hail damage. I've told you this before, all over. It doesn't matter what auctions you're going to out here, you're going to find hail damage because Oklahoma has been no stranger to storms over this last year, and a ton of cars got hail. In fact, just a couple days ago, we had some really nasty storms at my house, really bad. We had tons of hail at our house, and I thought for sure the cars that were outside were done for, man. I've got 3 cars sitting out there, and I was like, yeah, they're finished. The hail was ridiculous. Somehow we got really, really lucky, and none of the cars were damaged. Jessica's Mustang does have like 2 or 3 minor, like teeny tiny hail dings. Obviously, I'm not filing a claim on 3 hail dings. It's not worth it. If I ever do fix it, I'll just take it to I've got a PDR guy. I'll take it to him and let him pop out those dents. He does stuff like that all day, every day, and he's really, really good. He's really good, and he's very fairly priced as well. So if it ever comes down to it, I'll just take it there. None of the other vehicles, though, had any hail damage. None. So we got very lucky. Either that or we just have some really tough cars. The interior on this looks nice. It's decent. It doesn't smell good, but it doesn't smell bad. It's almost like there's, ooh, thanks, a mouthful of dust. I hope that was dust. Yeah, that's an interesting smell. It almost smells like it smells bad, but somebody put enough perfume in there that it kind of overpowers the bad smell. You know what I mean? That's, yeah. It doesn't smell great is what I'm saying. But it's better than a lot of what I smell out here. So this is nice. This is a nice SUV. And it's got a lot of hail damage. Golly, that dirt and dust, man. Headliner looks good. I'll bet this thing doesn't have that many miles on it. How many miles do you guys think is on it? It's got good tires. I'll bet, I'm going to go out on a limb, I'm going to say 58,000 miles. Let's take a look. I'm probably way off, but I'm thinking 58,000 miles. Moment of truth. Fires right up on its own. Not a problem. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was way off. I was way, way off on that one. I'm not a big fan of this or this, but whatever, it works. The miles are 110,276. Can you guys even see that? 110. I don't think you can see it. There we go. Yeah, I was way off on this. Good Lord. 5 years old. and 110,000 miles. Somebody drove this thing a lot. Important window works. Less important window works. Does it go into gear? Oh, wow, that slammed into gear. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I voted. Hey, it's almost that time again, isn't it? We're getting close. I remember the last one, and I'm sure ready for the next one. Forward. It's weird going into drive and reverse. It's very slow, and it jerks when it goes into gear. That doesn't feel right. I don't like that at all. No, I don't like that. This is not one I would bid on. And I can't remember which Fords are affected, but I remember that Fords were going through transmissions like crazy. Some kind of, I don't remember if I think they were dual clutch transmissions, if I remember right. But Fords had all kinds of problems with their transmissions. They didn't want to fix them, and it was just kind of a disaster. I totally forgot about that until I felt the way this one slammed into gear. And after it slammed into gear going forwards, when I put it in reverse, it was super sluggish to go backwards and then super sluggish to go forwards again. So maybe this is one that's affected by those faulty transmissions. You guys will have to comment below and tell me, because I don't know. Next, because we haven't shown any Chevys, how about a Chevy van? I'm kidding. I'm joking. We're not gonna look at a Chevy van, but we are gonna look at an Audi. Yes. Oh no. That's minor damage, guys. That's no big deal. That's no big deal. As long as it's not like smashed up anywhere else. What is this? An A6? A5. It's going to be an A5, isn't it? Let's take a peek and see what it says. 2013. It was an A6. I should have kept my mouth shut. I was right. It's a 2013 A6 Prestige. And it's got bravurious tires. It actually looks to be in really good shape, guys. This is nice. And it's got that 3.0, the supercharged V6. Oh, yeah. These things get it, man. Believe me, they get it. I'll tell you what I want. I want an A7. I really like the look of the A7. I mean, I take an RS7, or I take an RS8, or I take an RS11. I'm joking. This one has really minor damage, guys. So it took a light bump into the front. It bent the crash bar a little bit. The hood, unfortunately. Could you save it? Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, it cracked the paint, but I bet if you just tweaked it back a little bit, you'd have to get it repainted, of course, but you could tweak that hood back. Fenders look like they're fine. It looks like it's just a front bumper and a grille. I mean, the bumper's all tore up down here and everything, so you'd want to replace this bumper. Just some very minor damage. Headlight assembly. I hate to say this will buff out, but I promise you, if you really worked on this with some sandpaper, you could sand this out, and when you're done, it'd look brand new again. You could salvage that headlight. This one is an easy fix. Super easy fix. You just need a bumper and a windshield. That's another Oklahoma thing. Busted windshields. You see them all the time out here. It's also got some pretty gnarly scrapes down the side. Oh, yeah. Looks like somebody keyed it all the way down. And up here. Somebody keyed it. Somebody keyed it. Ouch. Oh, they keyed it down this side, too. They sure did. Huh. Oh, up and down. Boy, they went crazy. So it needs a paint job. Not a big deal then. Not a big deal. Find a bumper, whatever color you want. Doesn't matter. Just grab a bumper. While you're at it, maybe grab a hood. Throw a bumper and a hood on it. Sand that headlight. Put a windshield in it. Send it off to get it painted. And this thing would look good as new. The interior doesn't smell bad. Surprisingly, it does not smell bad. It's an interesting brown upper portion of the dash, and then kind of this tan everywhere else. I kind of like that brown. I know I'm weird like that, but I do. I kind of like that two-tone brown and cream color. This is pretty decent, assuming it runs and doesn't rattle, because these are notorious for the supercharger couplers going bad, and it's more of a knock than it is a rattle, for sure. All right, we have the key, we have power. All I have to do is figure out how to start it. That's all right, a little bit of rattles, no big deal when it first starts. These things have been sitting for a long time. Let's turn that off. Yeah, beep, beep. Turn ignition off before leaving car. I got it. Thank you. I understand. Good Lord. Turn engine off and check coolant level. Uh-oh. Did it break the radiator? No way. And the heated seats are on. Let's turn those off. We don't need heated seats. Thank you. Shut up. I get it. All right. A couple things I want to check. Obviously, we're not going to let it run long. That window barely works. That window barely works. The ventilated seats do work. Service due. Oh, the parking brake is on. Oh, wow. There we go. Goes forwards. And it goes backwards. We're going to put that e-brake back on again. Air conditioning, it'd be nice if it was coming out of the vents. How do you change that? Right there? I don't know. There we go. Okay, air conditioning is ice cold. So I don't believe that the radiator is broken, because any damage that got to the radiator would have had to have gotten through the condenser for the air conditioning first. So I'd say it's very unlikely. It's probably just low on coolant. And it doesn't seem to be screaming about it anymore. So 114,000 miles. It does have a check engine light, TPMS light, light bulb light. There's the temperature light. Yeah, low fuel, bulb, washer fluid. It's complaining about a few things. This one's a little, oh, I thought those were panties. Oh my goodness. Okay. And a spark plug for a lawnmower. Right? You got a lawnmower spark plug right there. Okay. This doesn't open. Let's see if it's got the books. Well, it comes with some markers and a key card for, Wyndham Rewards. It does have the books and a couple light bulbs. Oh, those ventilated seats are nice. I'm not gonna lie, those are real nice. I've got those in the Raptor. Let's take a... Oh, I hear a little noise under the hood here. And it's got a little tap, tap, tap going on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tap, 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 tap. So here's the coolant reservoir. And it is low, for sure. I don't like that tapping noise. Well, let's give it a little rev, and if it turns into a knock, which it probably will, then it's probably the supercharger coupler, which I've seen Sam Crack do it about a dozen times, and if he can do it, surely I can do it. No. Oh, that does not sound like that knocking noise. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. I don't want to let it run for too long. I love the way that screen goes out and goes back in. You got money too. Comes with a bunch of money down there. Yeah, I'm probably going to avoid this one, truthfully. If I'm going to buy something, I'd rather have something that I want, like the S4. I love my S4. It's currently actually for sale right here at Copart. In fact, it may be about sold at this point, but my S4 is for sale. That's a great car, a fun car, and I love it. This one, I'm not sure I would love it nearly as much as I love my S4. And I'm looking, the more I look at it, look at the gaps here. I don't know, that looks off. And this fender gap over here looks really off too. It's really loose, and then it gets tighter as it goes up. So there could be something underneath that we're not seeing. So I'm gonna walk away from this one. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Boy, I'm already 34 minutes into the video. I had no idea, so we better cut it off here. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know. Drop your comments down below and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.